This meeting is being recorded.
Good morning, friends. June Tech Forum is completing 2 years, and we have given more than 56 programs live as well as online, and popularity of the programs is increasing day by day. Rather, the recordings of the program are more popular, and they have seen at least 800 people. Though attendance for online program is less, but it gets circulated because a lot of people, they have some morning activities, so that they cannot participate. So today is 56th program. We welcome all for this wonderful morning, and we have a very exciting product presentation by Parikshit Deval. Stay cool. We all experience our two-wheelers and four-wheelers when parked in the bright sunshine. The temperature inside goes very high. Sometimes it touches 70, 80 degrees. And it is difficult to sit on the two-wheelers or in four-wheeler. Uncomfortable situation. Lots of toxic gases are also released from the plastics. And Parikshit has come out with a very, very innovative product. Parikshit, you all know, is our AC member and busy in innovating various products. They have a family business of electroplating where he has to actively participate as a partner, but his company, he is coming out with a lot of innovative products. And last time we gave you a presentation on his one of the product for mosquito repellents. He's also developing one product for senior citizens for climbing the stairs. So once he is successful, he will share the information with us. Parikshit is a graduate in electronics and very passionate about the new developments. Without spending much time, I will request Parikshit to start his presentation. Over to Parikshit.
Thank you, Rabbi sir. Thank you for this introduction. Good morning, everyone. Today, I'm going to present you my product, STAYKOOL. As just Rabbi sir pointed out, every one of us these days, when we go out, we find, first of all, we find very hard to find a parking space. But even if we find it, it is even more hard to find a parking space in shade, because as we know, more trees are being cut for the buildings and there is hardly any shade available. And with the changing climates, as I say, global climate is changing very rapidly. The planet is getting more and more hot and the summers are getting more longer. We can experience this in Pune now. There's hardly any winter. This year also winter was very mild and summers are getting more and more harsh. So when we park our cars in sunlight, all of us have experienced the uncomfortable feeling when we sit inside the car. It's really uncomfortable. We don't realize actually how hot it gets. So I have done some experiments which I'll be showing you in later slides that how much hot actually it gets. Another point is high concentration of VOCs. VOCs is volatile organic compounds. So these are chemicals which are emitted inside the car through dashboard and other plastic particles which are inside the car, and they emit very toxic gases. So you must have heard that whenever you park your car, you should actually roll down the windows and turn on the AC and wait for some time before you turn off the AC. But the reason is because the higher concentration of VOCs. But when you park your car in the sunshine, the concentration of VOC is almost 3 to 4 times. There are a lot of research papers. You can also see that how much VOC is emitted when you park your car in the direct sunlight. The concentration is very high. And these gases are carcinogenic. And when we sit inside the car, we inhale all these gases, which can lead to cancer in future. Another important point is increased fuel consumption. How? Because when we sit inside the car is so hot that to cool it down, we need to turn on the AC at full blast. And about 10-15 minutes it takes for the air conditioner to bring down the temperature to room temperature. And the amount of fuel required for that is very high. What is another disadvantage? is the fading of interior materials. So a lot of plastic particles, a lot of dashboard, seats, everything inside the car when we park in the direct sunlight, they tend to deteriorate over the period. The windshield, sometimes windshields also get cracked because of the excess heat that is trapped inside the car. Like I said, cracking and wrapping of the parts of the car happens. If you have some valuables, if you have kept inside the car, then they also tend to get damaged. Recently, I've read some news in Western countries like United States, when they park their cars under direct sunlight, sometimes they forget their pets or kids inside the car, and because of the excess heat, a lot of kids on the pets die every year in the United States, and this does not happen once; it happens every year. So it's very dangerous to park your car directly under sunlight without any protection. So I was in search for finding a solution. What would be the better solution to keep your car cool when you park in the direct sunlight? So I've been doing research and I've been experimenting with a lot of different materials. I've got few materials from China also. I've tried a lot of stuff. Finally, I found the solution, which I will demonstrate to you now. Okay, so why stay cool? Basically, why stay cool is because just the points I told you right now. You have to keep the temperature controlled inside the car. You have to keep it cool. So what is stay cool? Basically, it's a metallized polyester. It's a cover that covers your car from front windshield to the back windshield and the top of the car. And this is a highly reflective surface. It almost reflects 85% of the sunlight that falls on your car. So hardly any sunlight goes inside your car, and it really keeps your car cooler inside. So it will make your car cooler interior. It will be very pleasant to sit when you come back and sit in your car. It will minimize the VOC emissions. And as I said, your car gets cooled down within a couple of minutes after turning on the AC. So your fuel consumption is also reduced a lot. So that is definitely going to save a lot of your fuel. Another factor is a lot of people ask me, car covers are very difficult to put on. Who uses the car covers? Nobody uses the car covers because their volumes are very high. When you put in the trunk, it occupies a lot of space. And it's very difficult for a single person to put on the cover and take it off. So I started working on that factor, that the product I designed should be so easy to put on and take off that even a single person should be able to do it without anybody's help. And after you take it off, it should not occupy much of a space in your trunk, because that is one of the main concerns, that the volume of the cover is so high that people don't use it. And of course, the time. I mean, putting on STAYKOOL and taking off, it doesn't take more than 2 minutes. If you're going to park your car for 3-4 hours in direct sunlight, then I think it's worth spending another couple of minutes to put on the cover, and it just equally takes the same time to take it off. And another advantage is extremely lightweight. So if anybody can actually put it and take it off, it doesn't have much of a weight. And of course, it's cost effective. The foil I've used is cost effective. So eventually it's going to be, because when the solution is good, the cost should be such that the people should be able to afford that cost. So that's how I've designed this. So I just did few trials in the field to check out the claims that I'm making, whether it's actually working or not. So what we did is we parked 2 cars under direct sunlight. One was with STAYKOOL on, and other directly without any protection, as you can see in the photo. So the temperature indicator shows that what was the ambient temperature. So at that time, and the temperature of the 2 cars inside, I've put 2 sensors inside one sensor inside each car. And this wireless sensor will actually show you what were the temperatures after a certain period duration. After I put on the cover, I checked the temperatures about 20 minutes. And as you can see the difference in the temperature. So the surface temperature of the car without STAYKOOL, as you can see, almost reached 70 degrees centigrade within a very short period, about 20 minutes. And the one with STAYKOOL on, it remained ambient temperature about 31.1 degrees centigrade. After about 1 hour, I checked the temperatures inside the car. Like I said, the dashboard which gets really hot, and all our air conditioner energy is actually diverted to cooling down these dashboards, because it's like a heater inside your car. When you turn on the AC, you have to cool down this heater, and that's what it takes so long for the car to cool down. So as you can see, after 1 hour, the temperature under the STAYKOOL was about 45 degrees centigrade dashboard, which is fairly close to the ambient temperature. And the one without any protection reached to 80.3 degrees centigrade. And mind you, as you keep it around 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, actually the temperatures even go higher. And this is when the ambient temperature is about 39 degrees centigrade. You can imagine in places where the temperatures go 45, 47, like places like Nagpur, you can imagine it would go even higher. Yeah, so I have even measured the ambient temperature, because there are two different things. One is the surface temperature, and the laser gun can actually measure the surface temperature. And I wanted to know what is the ambient temperature. It's the temperature that you feel when you sit inside the car. What is the temperature that you would feel, that how hot it got? So the one with the STAYKOOL remained 39.8. The other temperature, 39.3, is the outside temperature. So it is pretty much as ambient temperature. So inside temperature did not go up. It is as comfortable as ambient temperature. While as you can see on the right side, the ambient temperature inside the car without any cover reached up to 66 degrees centigrade after about 1 hour. And it might even go higher. My temperature sensor can only sense up to 70 degrees centigrade. So actually I had to stop the test. Otherwise it could have gone even higher. A similar way, I have developed a STAYKOOL for two-wheelers, because like Rabade sir said in the introduction, two-wheeler seats also get very hot, and it's very difficult to sit on the two-wheeler when you come back. Some people said that yes, it is possible to cool it with the water, but not everyone is carrying a water bottle with them, and it's not very comfortable feeling when you come back. So for the two-wheeler, actually it's a very compact in size. It fits at the back of your two-wheeler, and it's very easy to operate, and it takes less than 5 to 6 seconds to just put it on and just take it off. And this material, having a waterproof coat, can be used even in monsoon, because many a times when we park our two-wheelers and it rains, we don't have a dry cloth to wipe the seat, and our clothes tend to get wet, or the sponge of the seat is broken and the water oozes out of that. So this is going to prevent. Of course, this is not going to work if it rains very heavily, but a light shower, it will definitely work, because this is waterproof. It won't get damaged. So for two-wheeler, it can be used around the year, during monsoon also, and during summers also. You will just see the demo how quickly you can put it on and take it off. Okay, so as you've seen, it doesn't take more than 5 to 7 seconds, and it covers most of the surface of the seat and the petrol tank. For motorcycles, the petrol tank also tends to get very hot, and it can actually give a very burning sensation to your thighs. So for two-wheeler, that's very useful. I will see how to take it off. It's also very easy. It doesn't take much time. As you can see, it doesn't take 5 to 7 seconds, or maximum 10 seconds to take it off. So usually the people complain that I don't have time. I've taken off that excuse that you can't really say that I don't have time. This doesn't take actually any time. And the benefits that you're going to get are pretty more than that time that you're going to spend. So I've done the same trial for two-wheeler also, how much hot actually it gets. So as you can see on the right side, I've parked these two motorcycles side by side, again like four-wheelers, and you can see the temperature of the seat went almost up to 88 degrees centigrade within 30 minutes. This was just within 30 minutes, and this was early morning, like 10:30. So I don't know, maybe afternoon it will go even higher. So it's extremely hot on the seats, and as you can see on the left side, under the STAYKOOL, it remained about 40 degrees centigrade, which was ambient. So it is the results are very good. It's working really well. We will see. The question was how to put on the STAYKOOL and how to take it off. So I've made a small instructional video where you can see how actually you can put it on and take it off. You'll realize how easy it is. The process, it's not difficult at all.
Okay, the first step is to put the Velcro belt. You can just clip on here and adjust according to the length of your car.
Next slide. So just give me one.
Okay, the first step is to put the Velcro belt. You can just clip on here and adjust according to the length of your car. Next step is to place 2 bags on the bonnet. And just tighten the belt so it gets locked here. The orientation of bag should be such that when you open the flap, it should face the windshield. Once you open the bags, just slide it all the way back and connect it to the Velcro. Take the second side and similarly connect it to the back of your car, the Velcro belt. The final step is put belt on top of the car and lock it in all 4 doors. So that it doesn't fly off.
Now we will see how to take it off, how much time actually it takes. You can see actually how much time it will take.
Okay, this is how you take it off. Don't have to lift it, just slide it.
Okay, so as you can see, it's very easy to put on and take it off. Presentation was only about that. Basically, as you can see, the STAYKOOL is very easy to put on and take it off. So time constraint is not there. There are a lot of questions that people ask me why it is the side windows are not covered, because most of the problem is front and the back windshield and the top of your car. When the sunlight is on top of your car, it's maximum times it gets heated. From when it comes, the sun comes from the side windows, the intensity is less. And
दुसऱ्या आधी लिब्रेमचं पण होतं आता ह्याचं काय बडबडून गेला तेच मला कळलं नाही.
तेच सांगत होते.
हा पण म्हणजे नक्की काय सांगत होता काय कळेना कशाचं भाषण आहे.
Hello.
एवढं काही बघू उघडून तर
Hello.
बघू. तिचं डोकं ना खूप तेज चालू.
Hello. Hello. Professor, can you mute others?
Oh, mute केलं.
Okay, thank you. Sorry. So as I was saying, the side windows have this suction cup black things that you get, which can you stick on the windows. So you don't really need to cover the side windows, because if I try to cover the side windows, the volume of this cover will get very big, and then it would be difficult to fold and difficult to keep your car. Again, the volume question, the time question comes. That's why I've not covered the side windows. But even with this, as you can see in the video, the temperature difference is a lot, and you get a lot of benefits from that. It may not be 100% perfect, but it is extremely good if you are going to park your cars directly under sunlight. And like I said, in places where the temperatures go about 45, 47, like in places like Gulf countries, even in the southern states of the United States, there are a lot of places where the temperatures go really high, and this results will be even better in those places. So the potential is a lot. Its market is very huge. I wanted to keep this presentation only small because I'm sure there are a lot of questions that people might be having. So I just wanted to keep it short. I just gave you the brief information. So I'm open for questions now, even during this.
So let's have questions. First, identify yourself and then fire the question. The question and answer session we have started. Those who want to ask questions, please identify yourself and then shoot out.
There is a one question already in a chat box by Mr. VG. Name is not showing here. He is asking, I have seen and used a product available in the market, a foldable screen like the made from metal polites.
Correct. I got his question. You guys must have seen that a lot of cars with this foldable screen, which is put in the front windshield, so that can cover the sunlights that are coming inside. But that has a very limited effect because it just only covers the front part of the windshield, but the top of your car and back of your car, it still gets a lot of heat that it comes from all the sides. And then also what happens is your glass also gets heat up anyways. Your front windshield gets heats up, and that heat is radiated inside the car. So of course it does help, but it is not 100% good. With STAYKOOL, you actually cover a lot of part of your car, and the results are much better than what you see with just the front windshield cover.
Parikshit, I have one question.
Yes.
My name is Praveen. Would it be possible to make the two-wheeler seat cover itself with that material?
Yes, some people have tried that, but what happens is, first of all, it is not comfortable to sit on such seats. And this is, remember, this is a very slidey and glossy surface. So if you sit on this, you're going to, once you brake, you're going to slide off. You won't have any grip, and it would be uncomfortable to sit on such seats. So it's like putting a plastic bag on your car seat also. We are not comfortable. When you buy a new car, you always remove, the first thing you do is remove the plastic bags. We don't sit on these plastic bags because this has a fine layer of plastic on top of it, and it would be very uncomfortable to sit on it. And this material is little hard. I mean, it's not easy to stitch so easily. So you won't be able to make seat covers with it.
Okay. And another thing is, at least for the windshield, would it be possible to cover the windshield from the inside itself?
See, for
because then there is no problem of theft or any damage or anything.
Correct. See, only windshield protection, these, like someone already said, that these covers are already there, but that are not enough. Only covering the front windshield doesn't give the effect that what STAYKOOL is giving you. And as far as the theft is concerned, I have given, like if you have seen the video, the cross belts which are actually get locked in all 4 doors. So if somebody has to steal it, they actually have to cut it and take it away. I'm not saying it's impossible. It is definitely a possibility that somebody will steal it. The point is, who will steal it? Whenever any theft is going to happen, it happens because somebody wants to sell it in the market and get some money out of it. So it's very unlikely that people will get money by selling this product. It's not impossible, of course, but it is very unlikely. And it's so huge that if somebody's trying to steal, people are going to notice that somebody is stealing it. So it's very difficult to steal it, considering its cost. The amount of risk that someone has to take is very unlikely. Of course, it's not impossible, but it's very unlikely.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Mr. Praveen, before we go for a next question, before we go for a next question, Mr. Praveen, thank you for wonderful questions. We all really got understood in some insight of this product and stuff. Kindly introduce yourself, and who is the next speaker? He also, I request you to introduce yourself and ask the questions. So we all also know who are you and what type of things. Thank you. Mr. Praveen, please.
Hello, Parikshit, Vilas Rabde here. Can we have the flexible solar panels above the present system so that electric vehicles can be charged?
Right. So I have done some research on that. First of all, these flexible solar panels have a very low efficiency. They are not as good as what we have on rooftops. Their efficiency is very low. Secondly, people have a lot of electrical connections, difficult to do it. The amount of cost that is involved in these flexible solar panels is a lot. And I'm not sure people will be ready to pay so much cost for the amount of energy that you're going to get. Very unlikely. So I've tried it. Maybe in future when these panels get more efficient, it is possible. It's not impossible. And also, once you fold it, right now what is happening is material is very thin. So you can easily fold it. Once you add solar panels, the volume is going to be big. So I'm not sure how flexible I will be able to fold it. This material, you can use it around the year. But with solar panels, I'm not sure the flexibility will be there, and they might tend to crack after continuously fold and unfold. I don't know how long it will last. And one more thing I would like to add, part that this is going to be very useful for electric vehicles, especially for EVs. When you park your EV in the sunlight, it does affect its battery, and when you want to cool your car, it is going to take a hell lot of battery power. I've read some research that it almost requires 20 to 30% of your battery energy just to cool down your car. So in future, as we are going and more EVs are going to come, this is definitely going to help. Even for two-wheelers, EV is more common in two-wheelers these days. So I think it's going to be very useful for two-wheelers also.
Thank you, Parikshit, for detailed answer. And I like the last one, that protection of the batteries from temperature, because batteries are really susceptible and they lose life and charge also. Thanks a lot.
But if the question is about the protecting the battery, right? Can we have an enclosure on the battery itself, permanent one? As in, we don't need to worry about whether we put a seat cover as in protect the entire two-wheeler or something like that, right? The battery itself can have a enclosure with this material.
Absolutely, you can do that. It is just an added benefit that
I
don't know. I mean, if it was there, but I don't know. There might be some.
I'm Ramesh Chilang. I want to ask one question. Where this is available and at what cost?
So currently I have made a few pieces. I don't have a huge production setup right now, but I do have some pieces with me right now. For two-wheeler, the cost is 500 rupees, and for four-wheeler, the cost is 3,000 rupees.
Hello,
Yes.
I am Vijay Gate. That remark that was read out earlier was from me. Yes, the product for front windshield and rear windshield I use. Only thing it protects is steering getting hot. That was useful because if you go in the hot car like this, you cannot even hold the steering.
Yes.
So that was avoided, but otherwise I did not see much effect on ambient temperature inside the car.
Correct.
I just made that as a remark.
Correct. Correct. Because what happens with the front windshield, what you have material are using, it's actually just, it's like putting a cloth on a windshield, and it actually doesn't prevent much of a heat coming inside. It just prevents the direct some sunlight coming inside, and it actually heats up your car anyways. So like you said, it is correct. It will, at least you will be able to hold the steering wheel. Otherwise, right now, if you park your car, you can't even hold your steering for quite some time.
Okay. Thank you.
Hello,
Yes.
I'm Prakash Patil.
Yes.
I just want to ask what could be the life of these foldable shields in terms of number of folds?
Right. So the life is pretty good because this material is pretty stiff. It doesn't tear off very easily. So I'm guessing at least 3-4 years it will definitely last. Because mostly in India, at least we are going to use it during the summer times, 2 or 3 months. So 3-4 years it can easily go on. Since I've just started it, I can't really say whether it will last for 10 years or not. But I'm sure with the amount of material, the material that I'm using, I'm sure it will last for 3-4 years.
My next question is whether you have done any study on the number of cycles, life class or number of cycles.
No, I haven't done any actually testing in the lab testing as such. I don't have that data right now.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, my name is Amarendra. I wanted to ask if the replacement for the foil would be available. I mean, would we have to, suppose if after 4 years the foil gets damaged, then can we just replace the foil, or we have to purchase the entire unit again?
Right, that's a good question. Actually, this foil is replaceable. The way I've put it in the bags that you can actually, if in case it happens, you don't need to actually buy the entire set. You can just replace the foil, and the cost would be much lower. Because the bags are also very expensive, so you reuse the bags. The bags will have much longer life than the shelf life than these foils. So you can definitely use it. Another thing is this foil is printable, so you can actually make your own brands with a larger volume. You can actually print on it, and this is going to create a different space for marketing as such, which is currently not available. For example, on two-wheelers and four-wheelers, if some big brand wants to market themselves, they can actually put their logos on this cover. And whenever people put on the streets, they open this cover, it's going to advertise their brands. So it's a very good potential for that also.
Thank you.
Good. Parikshit, this is Gokhale.
Yes, sir.
Parikshit, I must congratulate you for a very nice concept, because I was with you when you were developing this product right from beginning.
Yes, sir.
And it has come out quite well. All questions are already answered by you very well. But one thing only for two-wheelers, wind will be the another issue which will destroy or will reduce its life, or it will affect. So have you considered anything for that? Like the
Yes.
belt on the car is possible, but for two-wheelers?
Yes, correct. For two-wheelers, actually, usually in the city area where we park, the wind is not very high. But of course, it just blows with the wind. I have tasted with the wind. It doesn't really affect its folds, or it doesn't get tear off. It just blows on top and comes back in the place where it was started. It's not really going to tear it off. You can put the belt, but I'm not sure. People are usually, like I said, are reluctant to spend more time on this cover. So they just want to put it on and go on to their work. When we give additional bells, it's going to take some more time for them, especially for two-wheelers. People just park and go immediately. So they will not be interested. But of course, I can give extra bells if they want, but very unlikely that people will use it.
Yeah, agree. Thank you.
I have one two-wheeler piece with me. You can see it's very small. I'm holding it in my hand. It's very small and very compact and very light. Like I said, the price point I'm keeping it sold for like 500 rupees. So even if it gets destroyed about a couple of years, I think people won't mind it. Like somebody asked, what about that? Even for two-wheeler, I've given this zip ties, which you can connect to the back of your two-wheeler. So if somebody wants to steal, they will have to cut this zip ties and take it away. Again, I said for 500 rupees, somebody stealing this is very unlikely.
Hello.
Yes.
Marathi. Can I speak in Marathi?
Sure, sure.
नाही मी सनत कोल्हटकर बोलतोय. तर हा तुमचा प्रॉडक्ट आहे. मला मी गल्फमध्ये काम केलंय दुबई वगैरे, तर त्यामध्ये गाड्या इतक्या तापतात भयंकर. म्हणजे आधी कवर्ड पार्किंग मध्ये असेल तरी गाडी उघडून एक 10 मिनिटं दाऱ्या उडून थांबायला लागतं. तर दॅट इज अ गुड मार्केट फॉर युअर प्रॉडक्ट. जस्ट आय वॉन्टेड टू कॉमेंट.
ऍब्सोल्युटली. मी आता रिसेंटली मार्च मध्ये दुबईमध्ये गेलो होतो आणि स्पोकन विथ फ्यू पीपल तिथे. तर त्यांना पण ते खूप कॉन्सेप्ट इंटरेस्टिंग वाटली. मी आय एम प्लॅनिंग टू सेंड सम सॅम्पल्स नेक्स्ट वीक किंवा अबाउट 8-10 दिवसात मी काही सॅम्पल्स दुबईमध्ये पाठवतो. जस्ट टू डू द फील्ड टेस्टिंग. तिथलं फील्ड टेस्टिंग मी केलेलं नाहीये. टेम्परेचर ऑफकोर्स खूप आहे आणि आता तिथे समर पण चालू आहे. त्यामुळे फील्ड टेस्टिंग केल्यानंतर रिझल्ट मला काय येतात त्याप्रमाणे मी पुढचे ऍक्शन्स घेणार आहे. पण आय होपिंग की तिथे मला मार्केट चांगलं डेफिनेटली आहे. UAE सगळ्याच गल्फ एरियाजमध्ये बेसिकली. पण तिथलं फील्ड ट्रायल झालेलं नाही की तिथलं एक्स्ट्रीम टेम्परेचर, तिथे अँबियंट टेम्परेचरच 48-49-50 पर्यंत राहतं. तिथे याचे रिझल्ट कसे मिळतात, किती चांगलं चालतंय. कारण तिथे मी गेलो होतो तेव्हा तिथल्या लोकांनी आम्हाला सांगितलं की नाही, आमच्याकडे GCC स्टँडर्डचे एअर कंडिशनर असतात, आमच्या गाड्या इझिली आम्हाला गार्ड करता येतात. पण मी तेव्हा काही लोकांशी अजून बोलत म्हणले की हे सगळं बरोबर आहे, पण इनिशियली जेव्हा तुम्ही गाडीत बसता तेव्हा तो जो अनकम्फर्टेबल फील असतो पहिली 8-10 मिनिटं, दॅट इज व्हेरी बॅड. सो जरी किती पॉवरफुल AC असले तरी तुम्हाला ते सगळं गार्ड करावं लागतं. आणि फ्युएल त्यांच्याकडे स्वस्त आहे, त्यांना काही फरक पडत नाही, असं एक मानसिकता आहे. तर ते म्हणजे की तसं पूर्वी होतं, पण आता ऑइल प्राइसेसशी त्यांनी कनेक्ट केल्यामुळे त्यांना फ्युएल प्राइसेस पण भरपूर जास्त आहेत. म्हणजे असं इतक्या इझिली फ्युएल वाया घालवणं काही त्यांना शक्य नाही आहे. असं डेफिनेटली गल्फ इज पोटेन्शियल मार्केट फॉर दिस.
तुमचा कॅटलॉग वगैरे असेल, PDF वगैरे तर पाठवा, म्हणजे कोणाला आय कॅन शेअर विथ.
Sure, sure. Definitely, I'll share it. You can share me your number. I'll definitely send you all that.
Okay.
Just put your number in chat box, or you can take it from your website.
Parikshit Devalji, I am Anil Chaitanya. I'm a
Yes, sir.
member Tech Forum.
Yes.
I just would like to ask one question. That is how it is a fire protection like Diwali cracker, Diwali time, if crackers or some spark fall down on this, does it protected? Or even if it goes for higher side, somebody put a petrol and fire it actually, how it is react to this such conditions?
I'm not sure, to be honest. I have not tasted this. Aluminum foil definitely will get damaged. It won't catch fire as such, but it will definitely get damaged. But it won't start the fire with it. I'm very sure it will not start the fire, but it will definitely get damaged in the fire. It will not last.
Yeah, because I understand from the product what I see now, I found it is not protecting the heat from sun to the enter into the vehicle, but it is a fire protector in many cases, might be. Kindly do more study and please declare such specifications to all of us so we can use it very comfortably for that purpose also. It is very essential need to all of us.
Correct.
So thank you for information.
Thank you, Anilji. From your point, I just remember one thing, that this foil, I am using it in one of my places on my terrace also, because somebody asked me question, can I use it on my terrace? Yes, definitely you can use it on your terrace, because the people living on the top floor know that how much their surface their terrace gets heats up, and their entire floor gets heats up. So you can definitely use this on your terrace also. And There are a lot of reflective paints also come for the terrace, but the cost of these paints is very high. Compared to this, this is going to be much cheaper to put it on your terrace. And once your summer is over, you can just fold it and keep it, and you can use it in the next summer. So that has also another potential for this.
So this is, another product will be the home cooler.
Right, correct.
Thank you, sir. And next question, please. Please introduce yourself.
Parikshit, Nilesh here.
Yes.
So actually, one of the application I can think means somebody already pointed out in Gulf there is a lot of heat and lot of worker work in that condition actually, maybe daytime and high temperature of 50 degrees. So can you think about maybe coverall or jerkin kind of thing of this material?
Actually, I have not jerkin, but I have thought of a headgear which I'm making, which they can use, so they can protect their heads, and accordingly they will get themselves relief from the sunshine. Because putting jerkin-like thing will definitely help, but may not be very comfortable because they will sweat a lot inside because the heat will get trapped inside. But if you put a headgear, which I'm working on, then that will definitely help them.
Okay, thanks.
Hello.
Yes.
I'm Jagat again.
Yes.
Some question about fireproof material. As far as I know, and I just checked on internet, polyester is what is called a fire retardant material.
Correct.
Which means even if it's ignited, it does not spread the flame. Flame is localized and it is extinguished by itself. Just for information.
Thank you.
So
Thank
you
you.
can do more research on that.
Correct. I'll do more research on it. But like I said, I'm sure it will get damaged, but it will not spread fire.
Any more questions?
हॅलो.
Yes.
वसंत मराठे बोलतोय. परीक्षित, ह्या एक साईज सगळ्या गाड्यांसाठी फिट होईल का? म्हणजे छोट्या आपल्या मारुती अल्टो सारखी गाडी किंवा एखादी SUV या म्हणजे दोन गाड्या आपल्या घरी असतील तर एक घेतला आणि कधी जी गाडी आपल्याला बाहेर न्यायची त्यासाठी ते अल्टरनेटिव्हली वापरू शकतो का आपण?
नाही, ती ऍक्च्युली 3 साईज मी बनवतो, एक स्मॉल, मीडियम आणि लार्ज आपण म्हणतो तसं. कारण नंबर ऑफ फोल्ड्स गाड्यांचे चेंज होत होतात. मे बी स्मॉल आणि मीडियमला एक कव्हर तुम्ही वापरू शकाल, कारण स्मॉलला थोडा लहान नंबर ऑफ फोल्ड जास्त असले तर प्रॉब्लेम नाही येणार. पण उलट नाही करता येणार, कारण फॉर एक्झाम्पल इनोवा सारखी गाडी असेल तर ती खूप मोठी आहे आणि त्याला छोट्या गाडीचं कव्हर पुरणार नाही. सो यू कॅन हॅव वन साईज फॉर 2 कार्स, बट नॉट फॉर ऑल साईजेस वन विल नॉट फिट. कारण या गाड्यांची विड्थ पण जास्त आहे. म्हणजे इनोवा सारखं किंवा तुम्ही एक मोठं घेतलं तर तुम्ही सगळ्या गाड्यांना कुठल्याही गाडीला लावू शकाल, पण छोटं घेऊन मोठ्याला नाही लावता येणार. पण एक मोठं घेतलं तर यू कॅन फिट ऑल 3.
ओके, थँक्यू.
नमस्कार, माझा अजून एक प्रश्न होता. 3 व्हीलर्स साठी वगैरे पण काही करतात, त्याच्यामध्ये काही AC वगैरे नसतं, सो त्याला पण काही आहे का ऑल्टरनेटिव्ह?
3 व्हीलरला नाही मी काही अजून केलेलं, कारण आय एम नॉट शुअर ते लोक किती पैसे खर्च करायला तयार येतील. आय एम नॉट व्हेरी शुअर. पण इफ द डिमांड कम्स आय कॅन मेक, बट युजली ती लोक काय पार्क करून कुठे जात नाहीत. म्हणजे ते आयतर त्याच्यातच बसलेले असतात किंवा त्यांच्या बरोबरच असते. त्यामुळे जसे आपण 4 व्हीलर का 2 व्हीलर पार्क करून निघून जातो तसं 3 व्हीलर वाले नॉर्मली पार्क करून निघून जात नाहीत, आणि ते सगळ्या बाजूने ओपन असतं. सो त्याला ते कुठे लावणं कठीण आहे. म्हणजे
आता 3 व्हीलरचा क्वेश्चन ज्यांनी विचारला तो खूपच इंटरेस्टिंग क्वेश्चन होता. त्यांचं नाव इकडे डिस्प्ले होत नाहीये. त्यांनी थोडं इंट्रोडक्शन दिलं स्वतःचं, ते कोण आहेत काय आहेत, तर आम्हालाही आनंद होईल ऐकायला.
सॉरी, नमस्कार, माझं नाव अमरेंद्र महागावकर.
ओके, थँक्यू सर. आपण काय करता?
माझा सोलर पॅनल इन्स्टॉलेशनचा काम आहे.
हो, व्हेरी गुड, व्हेरी गुड. मी टेक फोरमच्या वतीनं आणि या ग्रुपच्या वतीनं रिक्वेस्ट करतो, टेक फोरम जॉईन व्हा, मेंबर व्हा. अशा खूप इंटरेस्टिंग स्टोरीज आपल्याकडे आहेत. कदाचित तुमची स्टोरी इंटरेस्टिंग असेल तर आपण प्रेझेंट करू शकतो.
येस सर, थँक्यू.
नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन प्लीज.
मी जस्ट एक मिनिटं बोलू शकतो. सतीश पाठक बोलतोय.
बोला सर.
3 व्हीलर्सच्या केसमध्ये ऍक्च्युली जे हुड असतं ते काही मेटलचं नसतं. त्यामुळे तसंही डायरेक्ट काही कन्सर्न येईल असं वाटत नाही. दॅट इज व्हॉट माय ऑब्झर्वेशन गोज.
दॅट्स ट्रू. 3 व्हीलर्स नाही होणार एवढा प्रॉब्लेम. दॅट्स ट्रू.
आपल्याकडे अजून वेळ आहे, त्यामुळे काही डिटेल डिस्कशन्स क्वेश्चन्स असतील तर नक्कीच आपण करू शकतो. इथे मला एक शेअर करायला आवडेल, ते म्हणजे टेकफोरम हा असा प्लॅटफॉर्म आहे की ज्याच्यावर वेगवेगळे रिसर्च फ्रॉम झिरो स्टेज, फ्रॉम कन्सेप्ट टिल कन्वर्टेड टू बिग बिझनेस ऑर इनिशियल बिझनेस, कुठल्याही स्टेजमध्ये असेल त्या स्टेजच्या एन्क्वायरीज येतात, त्याच्यावरती बोललं जातं, एकमेकाला आपण ऑनेस्टली कॉन्ट्रीब्यूट करतो नॉलेज बेस. फॉर एक्झाम्पल आत्ता आपल्यापैकी एका मेंबरनी सांगितलं की फायर रिलेटेड काय स्पेसिफिकेशन आहे त्याच्या अंडरस्टँडिंगचा, हा आपल्या टेक फोरमचा प्लॅटफॉर्मचा बेनिफिट आहे. आणि इथे इंडस्ट्रीचे माणसं रिसर्चर्स जास्त मोकळेपणे बोलतात, शेअर होतात. त्यामुळं मी जे मेंबर्स नसतील त्यांना नक्की रिक्वेस्ट करतो की टेक फोरमचा मेंबर व्हा. आपण 2 वर्ष जुने आहोत आणि आपले काही चांगले मोठ्या प्रमाणात प्लॅन आहेत पुढच्या फ्युचरचे.
अनिल सर, मला जस्ट एक ऍड करायचं होतं की मगाशी मी सांगायचं विसरलो. ड्युरिंग दिस डिझाईन माझी कॉन्सेप्ट अशी होती की याच्यामध्ये कुठलाही मेकॅनिकल किंवा इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स पार्ट इन्क्लूड मला करायचा होता. लॉट ऑफ पीपल सजेस्टेड मी टू ऍड सम स्प्रिंग बेस्ड मेकॅनिझम or some electronics to fold it automatically, to automatically open it, close it. But in our conditions, a lot of dust is there. So I wanted to keep it so simple that it will not get damaged. Any electronics or mechanical part, when it comes, it tends to get damaged because of the environment condition. So I have kept it very simple and kept it basic origami folds so that it won't get damaged.
येस येस, ते तुमचा अप्रोच अत्यंत सुंदर होता आणि तो दिसतोय कन्वर्टेड टू अ रिअल कन्सेप्ट, टेक्निकल कन्सेप्ट टू द बिझनेस. टिल द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. आणि मला ह्याच्यात एक इंटरेस्टिंग गोष्ट शेअर करायची वाटते आपल्या सगळ्यांसाठीच. ते म्हणजे हा प्रॉडक्ट आता जो परीक्षित देवल सरांनी डेव्हलप करून आपल्यासमोर रिप्रेझेंट केला, त्याच्यामध्ये अजून बरेच वेगवेगळे प्रोडक्टायझेशनचे ऑप्शन्स अवेलेबल आहेत, बिझनेस डेव्हलपमेंटचे ऑप्शन्स अवेलेबल आहेत, बिझनेस मार्केट ऑल्सो अवेलेबल आहे. आणि त्या रिलेटेड जर कोणाला काही इंटरेस्ट असला तर त्यांनी टेक फोरमशी किंवा परीक्षित देवल यांच्याशी डायरेक्ट कॉन्टॅक्ट करावा. त्यांचे इतरही असे प्रॉडक्ट आहेत. परीक्षित देवलांची ॲक्च्युली फारच त्रोटक इन्फॉर्मेशन आपल्या सगळ्यांसमोर रिप्रेझेंट झाली. त्यांच्या काही इतर बिझनेस आहेत, इतर काही ॲक्टिव्हिटीज आहेत ज्या नॅशनल लेवलला आहेत, स्टेट लेवलला आहेत, लोकल लेवलला आहेत आणि इंटरनॅशनल लेवलला पण आहेत. त्यामुळं ह्या प्रॉडक्टच्या बाबत जर कोणाला इंटरेस्ट असेल तर 2 प्लॅटफॉर्मला तुम्ही भेटू शकता. एक तर टेक फोरम स्वतः, त्याच्यात काही पार्टिसिपेंट्स तुम्हाला कंबाईनली जॉईन होतील, आणि परीक्षित देवल स्वतः त्यांच्या इंटरेस्टिंग याच्यामध्ये. तर तो आता चॅटबॉक्समध्ये एक क्वेश्चन आलेला दिसतोय. ओके, समवन हॅज लिव्ड. ओके, नो, इट वॉज नॉट अ क्वेश्चन. विजय घाटे हॅज गिवन अ थँक. फाईन फाईन. काही क्वेश्चन्स आहेत का, काही चर्चा करायची आहेत का? अदरवाईज विलास रबडे सर आपण असाल तर प्लीज कॅन यू प्लीज कन्क्लूड द सेशन्स? मिस्टर विलास रबडे.
Yeah. I think it was a very good session. Product presentation, we have done it after a long time, but we would like to have such product presentations very often because that inspires the youngsters. And I think questions also were quality questions, which Parikshit Deval could answer. That shows his in-depth study while developing the product. Friends, thank you very much for attending today's program. Abhijit Sathe, I think, joined from MIT incubator for a short time. But friends, I would like to share that in the first round, Parikshit Deval's this project is selected. Of course, he has to go a lot of hurdles, but incubation center at MIT has evaluated this project. The market potential is also very huge. And as rightly said by Sanat Koletkar, good potential in Middle East. So from that angle, Parikshit is definitely working out. And you have now another friend, Sanat Kolatkar, who can help you. So thanks a lot, everybody, for this interactive presentation. It went